Hello, welcome to the class, the Conversation Starters Cards class. It's like a tongue twister. Now, the purpose of this class is to teach you how to empower your child using the conversation starters. Now, these cards are designed to help you promote your values, reinforce your lessons, teach whatever you want to teach. The truth is, we cannot prepare the future for our children, but we can at least prepare them for the future. Yes, and this is one of the things we want to achieve using these cards. Yes, there are opportunities for us to teach every time. And one of such opportunities is for us to create an atmosphere where they can have fun, they can learn, they can ask questions, we can teach them whatever we want learned. We can actually promote our values and reinforce all what we have been teaching. So we are using these cards and we'll be taking 10 random questions and I'll be teaching you how to use them to teach effectively what you want learned, promote your values and all of that. So let's go into it. Before we go into the 10 random questions or 10 random cards, I'd like to share some of the importance of using these conversation starters cards. You can use them as icebreakers. You're a teen mentor, a teen coach. You get into your space where you want to teach your teenagers. You can have them pick a card and everybody talks about it. That is one of the ways you can use it. So as a family, as a parent, you can also use it to bond with your children. You know, it's like a game. The cards are in a jar or in a bag and every child picks one and they talk about it, what they think about it. You can use it to bond. You can use it as a deliberate teachable moment. Your kids can also use it for their friends. Yes, their friends come over to play and it's on every time they're on gadgets, watching TV or playing games. No, they can also pick these cards and everyone talks about what they think. You can be there also to share your thoughts about it. You can also use it for fun. Yes, it's just for fun. There are some that are just for laughs. So you can pick those up and you laugh about them. So it's an amazing way to bond. It's an amazing way to entertain. It's an amazing way to teach what you want learned. So we'll go into the questions. So I'll just take random questions and I have it on my system. So I'll look at the system. Okay, I'm up number 9 question and it reads, do you think famous kids are famous? Why do you think famous kids are famous? Do you think they are better than you? If yes, why do you think so? If no, why are you not famous? Yes, this is a very beautiful question for you to teach your kids that everyone is gifted. Everyone has skills, everyone abilities. God gifted everyone. Everyone has something they can do. It's also a way for you to teach them excellence. However, what makes you stand out is the fact that you are putting in work into what you're doing. You are excellent at what you are doing because that is what stands you out. Because, hey, like when I teach my children using this particular question or card, I tell them that everyone has gifts. You may not be good at spelling. You are good at drawing. You may not be good at drawing. You're good at painting. You're good at coding. There is something you are good at. However, God did not just give you that gift alone. He gave also thousands of other people because he knows that there are people who will never use their gift. So for you to stand out, for you to be recognized, for you to be seen and heard, you have to practice your skill in a different level, in a level of excellence. That is what will stand you out. So excellence is a value that you should strive to because it will stand you out. So some kids are famous because they are known for a particular thing. So what are you known for? Or what do you want to be known for? Or how can you bring yourself to be known for that thing which you are good at? So you agree with me that this number 9 is a beautiful way to teach your child that he is gifted just like every other famous child is gifted in one area or another. And you want to encourage them, okay, find your gift. Find that thing you are gifted at. Let's look at it. Let's see how you can also stand out from it. This is number 9 question. I hope that makes sense to you. So let's go on. Okay, so question number 2, I said I was going to talk about, we are going to take 10 random questions. Question number 2, we have to be question 27. Why? Because it's on my system, so I'm just scrolling through. Anywhere I get to, I stop. So question 27 reads, if you have an opportunity to change a part of your body, what part would you want to change? And give your reasons. Now, if your child has a part that wants to change, it's an opportunity for you to teach self-esteem, for you to teach them that everyone is created for a reason. So if you feel, oh, because I'm too short, I would have loved to be taller, You want to ask them, hey, what has being taller got to do with it? If your child says, okay, my eyes are red, or for the girls, maybe my friends are bustier than me, or they have bigger book talks than me, I would like to do that. You actually want to look at people who have made it along the path where your child desires to make it. Your child has a dream, has a focus, rather, has a dream, yes, has a gift, has a talent that they actually want to use to be successful in life. They want to use to open doors onto them in life. So you want to ask them, okay, let's look at people in this area who has achieved what you want to achieve. Let's look at the ones who don't have big buttocks. Let's look at the ones who are not so busty. Let's look at the ones who are not so tall. And I'll look at it. Why will that be an issue? It's a self-esteem issue. So you actually want to teach them to focus on the areas that their strengths. If they have physical beauty, they have internal beauty, you want to teach them to focus on it. So now this is what you can do with question number 27. Let's go to the third one. Okay, question number 3 is 113. 103. Like I said, it's just random. I'm picking them randomly because the questions are 555 in total. So I'm picking questions randomly. So number 113 says, if your friend teases you always with things about you, will you still be friends with him or her? Now, this is a question that will help you teach boundary to your children. Yes, you want to teach them verbal boundary, body boundaries, and everything. Why will your friend keep teasing you and you still want to be friends with that person? You want to actually tell them, stop, learn when to stop. And yes, you know what you don't like, and learn to stop people from actually breaking your boundaries. Is actually, you want to tell them, ask them questions like, okay, I'll still be friends with them. You want to know why do you want to be friends with that particular person, even though he teases you, he tells you what you don't like, he does things you don't like, you still want to be friends with that person. Why? You actually want to understand why your child will choose the friends he's choosing, or why he would choose the friends why he chose the friends he has chosen, and you want to be able to teach them about boundaries, about friendships, and about relationships generally. So this question 113 will help you teach your child about relationships, what to look out for in friends, and how to create their boundaries, and how to say a firm no when their boundaries are being broken. So question 133, what is your greatest fear? Why do you fear it? How do you think you can conquer the fear? Now, this is one question that is really helpful for your child. What are your fears? What are your worries about the future, about now, about everything about life? When you know their fears, you actually know how to help them understand that fear is just another emotion, and you can actually be in charge of yourself. You can begin to understand their emotions and teach them how to control their emotions. When you are teaching this kind of topic, for example, you can take it to other types of emotions. You can take it to envy. You can take it to anger. They are all valid. And they are valid, and we can, however, do something about them if we do not want them to overwhelm us, if we don't want them to make us react the way we are going to regret. Like fear can stop you. It can be fear of, say, you have a challenge, you have a struggle, fear that will help you not achieve your purpose in life. You actually want to take it to look at fear holistically and empower your children to be able to identify fears, signs of fears, and teach them to be able to maybe understand the fears and help them to be more intelligent when dealing with such fears. So question 133 will be helpful for that. Question 147. If you were a parent in the family, what would you do differently? Now, this is a question that will actually help you understand what your child thinks about you. What your child thinks about you. Or maybe they'll say, I will not nag as much. I remember a neighbor's daughter once said, when I'm a parent, I will not nag at my children. It simply tells you that, hey, you are nagging too much. You need to slow down. These things can actually slacken your bond, can break your connection. So this question will help you understand what your child thinks about your parenting, thinks about you, and it will help you, empower you to do better. It will also help you explain to your child why some of the things are like this, and if you need to apologize, you need to rework on yourself, you will do that. So question 147 will help you understand what your child thinks about your parenting style, your parenting actions, and help you do better as a parent. Question 185. If while playing with friends, a stronger person picks on the weakest one amongst you, what would you do? Yes, it's a question on bullying. So you actually want to empower your child to be able to stand up against bullying, to be able to be assertive. Yes, assertiveness, to be able to stand up, defend himself, defend everything he believes in, report the bully. You just want to empower them with how to deal with bullying when they face bullying or when they face bullies. That is a question on 185. Now remember, these 555 questions cut across every part of life, talking about career, talking about choices, talking about friendship, talking about health, and a whole lot more. So it's something you definitely want to grab so that you can empower your child for the future. Since you cannot change the future for them, at least you can raise your child to be able to navigate the future successfully using our conversation starters cards. Or rather, card 212. How would you describe your day? If you had to live each day differently, what would you change? Now, this is a question that will help you teach optimism. The day has happened, the day is gone. So your child describes the day, or your teenager describes the day, and you help them find a way to look at the good side. If the day was so bad, they look at the good side. If the day was so good, you help them celebrate. You teach them how to celebrate the little wins they have, because we don't always realize that, hey, we win every now and then. It can be a minor accident that you were able to avoid. It's a win. We don't realize it. We're always looking at the big things. So the small things, we don't see it. Sleeping and waking up is a big deal. We need to help them celebrate. Being able to go to the bathroom, brush, do your thing, going out and coming. We see what happens every now and then. The other time we heard that Christian school, a girl went to school and she didn't come back. You know, for all the other children that actually went and came back, it's not a big deal to them. They went to school and came back. So freaking what? What's the big deal? But the truth of the matter is, it is a big deal. So we want to teach them to celebrate the small wins they achieve every single day. We want to teach them to be grateful, to look at the good side of things all the time. If they had a challenge, you want to teach them, okay, how to navigate the challenge. You want to empower them with skills to navigate the challenge. So ask them to describe how their day went. Question 249. What is your least favorite class in school? What don't you like about it? Yes. So you actually want to understand the subjects your children struggle with or they do not like. Your least favorite subjects. You want to know, what don't you like about it? What can we do to probably increase your interest in that area? Or should we just let it go? You like it, you don't like it, for what reasons? You want to understand the whys behind why your child doesn't like that particular subject or class. It's going to help you understand what goes on, understand their interests, understand their struggles, their strengths, and all of that. And you are able to come in from there to help them to fix it. Or it's going to help you understand the choices they make. So question 249, what is your least favorite class in school? And then if it's a class that is, let's say mathematics, for example, that is almost compulsory, now you've understood why they don't like it, you can do something about it. It's just like not feeling well, going to the hospital and the doctor telling you, okay, go to the lab and run some tests so that we can know exactly what is wrong with you. When you go to the lab, you run some tests, your doctor knows exactly what is wrong with you. Your doctor now knows what to suggest, what to profile, or how to treat you. So when you ask your child, what's your least favorite class in school? You understand exactly what is wrong and you are able to give suggestions or proper solutions that will help your child get better. That is question 249. Question 288 reads, as a host, would you offer your guest what they want or what you want? Now, this is a question that teaches social smartness. Do to people what they want you to do to them and not necessarily what you want to do to them. That is a question. Treat people the way they want to be treated and not the way you want to treat them. Something may be so good to you. Oh, you may like something. Your friend may not like it. Yes. So what's the big deal? Treat them the way they want to be treated. You know, I see teenagers a lot. They say, he wants me to call her Dr. Son. Is he a doctor? I believe you. Why should I call him a doctor? I'll just call him his name. And I'm always wondering, what does it cost you to call him a doctor? Nothing. So you call him a doctor, actually makes him feel good about himself. Do it. it makes you a pleasant person to him because you respect him. You treat him the way he wants you to treat them. The way he wants you, you treat him the way he wants you to treat him. So it's a good one. Being social smart, winning friends, treat them the way they want you to treat them. Now, this is what you can achieve with question 288. Teaching your child social smartness, teaching them to treat people the way people want to be treated and not necessarily the way they want to treat people. I like this one. I like this one. 336. Is there anyone you have a crush on right now? Have you told them? Yes, preteens, teenagers, as they grow older, they begin to crush on people. And some of them, they don't even understand what crush means. They want to take it further. So this is an opportunity for you to self-educate them. Teach them about crush and crushes. Teach them boundaries and teach them all you want them to learn about it. When you are crushing on someone, it's temporary. So you do not have to tell them. You do not have to tell them because it's a phase that will pass. In fact, before you even crush on someone, you should teach them about friendship. I'm sure some of this, there are cards here that will teach you on how to empower them about friendship, topics on friendship. Before you can crush on someone, make sure there are people you have the same values with, so that you are not crushing on someone, you are not telling them, and they are taking it far. Taking it further and encouraging you to do things you're not supposed to do. So you want to actually crush on the right people so that they actually know it's a crush. They will help you pass that phase without embarrassing yourself. So you want to teach your child all about crush. You feel you're crushing on someone. Don't tell them. Don't express it yet because it's temporary. It may pass before you know it. You actually want to talk about you. If you ever crush on someone while growing up, you want to talk about the person you crushed on and how you woke up one day and you were wondering, why did I ever crush on this person? I was listening to an on-air personality one day. She said when she was in secondary school, there was a guy she was crushing on big time. Now that she looks at the guy, she's wondering, in her mind then, the guy was so handsome, was so cool. Now that she's looking at the guy that seems to never do well, that has not made amounted to much, not made much out of his life, she's wondering, what did I ever like about this guy? Really? So you want to actually teach your child about crush with the question card 336. 367. What significant difference you wish to record in your life in 2 years? How do you intend to achieve it? This is goal setting question. So you definitely know what to do with this. You want to take advantage of it and tell him or her how to set goals and how to break it down into smart goals, into realizable goals, into realistic goals, and how to tackle them one after the other and achieve the goals, no matter what they want to achieve. Oh, I want to have been in the university. I want to pass my exams, have more grades. I want to learn a skill or something like that. You actually want to teach them how to. It is possible. Yes. You always have people your age who have done these things, who are doing them and who are smashing it. So you too can do it. So what are the things that will stop you from doing it? What are your limiting factors? What are your obstacles? How do we surmount them? And how do we get you achieving it? You actually want to talk about this. Now remember, having this conversation is not in a pressured form. It's in a relaxed bonding form. You are supposed to just have fun while at it. So it's not the lecture. You must. No, it's just a relaxed bonding moment, having fun while teaching at the same time. I'm not getting questions that will actually make us laugh. I don't know why, but there are questions that are just there to make you laugh, and you can also have fun laughing. So these are the random 10 questions I am sharing with you. I hope they're up to 10. Well, if they're not up to 10, you have an entire 550 questions, random questions. So let me go ahead and tell you more about it. This material is not in cards, but is in e-book, a book where you have the collection of questions. You can use however you wish. If I want to put it in card form, it is super expensive. In Nigeria, it's going to cost a whole lot because this is from Nigeria. And then the cost of bringing it down to you may be an added cost. So yes, you have my permission to print into cards and use it as cards. Now, if you do not want to use it as cards, you can also leave it as an ebook. You just print it. Maybe you bring 1, 2, 3 copies. You share, and everyone picks their topics random. Everyone picks their questions randomly. Or you can just have a copy and you have someone who is calling out the questions while everyone, you take your copies, you take your questions randomly. Now, in this case, you have to get something like a notebook where you write down the questions that have been taken over the weeks, because there are 555. So if you're creating one day a week, which means it's going to take you how many weeks? It's going to take you years to finish. So depending on the number of children you have, or the number of children you have in your center, in your mentorship camps and all of that. So you want to like take an exercise book where you jot down the numbers that have been taken, then so that you don't take the numbers again. So what you do, just take your exercise book, write it serially from number 1 to number 550 serially, so that if somebody says, okay, I take number 550, you just go to number 550 and say, oh, it has been taken, I'm sorry. So you can use it that way. So even if you don't want to print, you can also have it in your electronic device. Read it from there and call it out from there. Let them take random numbers. Have 10 children in your mentorship camp. Everyone takes a number, picks a number. You read it out and everyone discusses it. Everyone talks about it. They share their opinions. You need to say my teenagers when I use it for them. They do not want to stop. We do it once a month, yes. And they're about 20, they're about 15 to 20. They get their cards randomly and they ask questions. So when time is running against us, I say, okay, everybody pack up. Let's continue. Next month, they do not want to return their cards, because mine actually is in cards. You can see I have 2 types of cards here. I have this one here. This is the fancy one. This is beyond the other card at the back. And this is the fancy ones. And this is the ones that are not too fancy. Making the 2 of them is not is pretty expensive. You pay close to 30,000 naira to make them, because there are 550 cards. So however, if you prefer the card version, you want also print for you, we can print for you, that's fine. But if you don't have anyone to print for you, you want to print them yourself, good and fine, you can print them. If you want us to print for you, we can print for you. The idea is to use them to empower your teenagers. The idea is to use them to teach your teenagers what you want them to learn, to promote your values, to reinforce your lessons. School owners can also use it for their children. Yes, for their preteens and teens, they can use it to get them talking once a week, get them talking, discussing. Take 1 question, take 2 questions a day and get them talking. Know what is in their mind. Teach them how the proper things to do. They don't know. You know, we expect them to learn on their own. What if they don't learn? What if they learn the hard way? What if they learn the flip side? So want to use these cards to empower them, and hopefully we together will build a safe society. Enemy Orebo is my name, and this is my YouTube channel. If you watch it to this end, it means you've been loving it, and it means you are going to love the things we have here. So you want to subscribe, you want to turn on your notification button, you want to share, leave a comment, and like. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.